There's a force within you, an intelligence beyond your conscious mind, beyond even your subconscious. It's the source of your most profound insights, boundless creativity, and the kind of energy that can transform not just your life but reality itself. Right now, whether you realize it or not, this force is being suppressed. And the consequences: a life spent chasing instead of creating, reacting instead of knowing, existing instead of truly living. Society never taught you about this higher intelligence. It never told you that you have access to something far beyond logic, far beyond the surface-level thinking that dominates everyday life. In fact, everything around you, modern technology, rigid belief systems, constant distractions, acts as a barrier between you and your greatest potential. But here's the truth: these barriers are not unbreakable. Right now, most people go through life trapped in a cycle of limitation, unknowingly cut off from their own superconscious mind. And that disconnection has devastating effects: missed opportunities, confusion, lack of direction, and a constant feeling that something is missing. You've felt it before, that nagging sense that there's more, that you were meant for something greater, that the flashes of intuition, the moments of clarity, weren't just coincidences. They were glimpses of what's possible when your superconscious isn't blocked. But here's the problem: modern life is designed to keep you from ever tapping into that power. The system thrives on your limitation, profits from your disconnection. Every distraction, every mental program you've inherited, every unconscious habit that keeps you locked in the mundane, it all adds up to one thing: a silent war against your true potential. And that's why this video is so urgent. Because you're not just here to passively consume information. By the end of this, you won't just understand what the superconscious mind is, you'll know exactly what's blocking it and, more importantly, how to remove those blocks permanently. There are 5 major forces keeping you disconnected from your higher mind, and if even one of them is active in your life, you're operating at a fraction of your true potential. The good news? There's a way to break free, a way to cut through the noise, silence the limitations, and reclaim the power that has always been yours. Stay until the end, because once you know these blocks and the exact steps to remove them, you'll never see your mind the same way again. Your superconscious mind is waiting. The question is, are you ready to access it? Most people believe they know how their mind works. They think in terms of what they can see, what they can remember, and what they can analyze logically. But the mind is not just one singular entity. It operates on multiple levels, each with its own distinct function, and the most powerful of them all is the one you've likely never been taught to use. To truly grasp the nature of the superconscious mind, you first need to understand the 3 primary levels of human consciousness. The 3 levels of consciousness. 1. The conscious mind. This is the mind you use every day. It's where logical thought, reasoning, and decision-making take place. But it's also extremely limited. It can only focus on a small amount of information at a time, and it's bound by the filters of past experience and learned knowledge. 2. The subconscious mind. This is the vast storage center beneath your awareness. It holds your memories, beliefs, habits, and automatic functions. It shapes your behaviors without you realizing it, constantly influencing your decisions, emotions, and reactions. Most people are unknowingly controlled by their subconscious programming, never realizing that they're living out conditioned patterns rather than true free will. 3. The superconscious mind. This is where things get interesting. Unlike the subconscious, which is bound by past experiences, the superconscious operates beyond personal memory. It is the gateway to intuition, creativity, and an intelligence that seems to arise from nowhere. When you've ever had a sudden flash of inspiration, an unexplainable gut feeling, or a moment where you just knew something without evidence, this was your superconscious speaking. A powerful way to understand the superconscious mind is to picture an ocean, an endless, infinite expanse of water stretching beyond what the eye can see. Now imagine trying to capture that ocean in a tiny cup. The cup is your conscious mind, limited, small, only able to hold a fraction of what exists. The superconscious, on the other hand, is the limitless source from which all insights, ideas, and higher knowledge flow. But here's the issue. Most people live entirely within the confines of that tiny cup, unaware that they have access to something infinitely greater. They rely solely on logic, struggling to find solutions, forcing their way through life, unaware that the true answers, the ones that come effortlessly, exist in a realm just beyond their awareness. The science behind the superconscious mind. This isn't just philosophy or esoteric wisdom. Science is beginning to uncover what ancient traditions have known for centuries. There is an intelligence beyond the conscious mind, and it operates on principles that defy conventional understanding. Quantum physics suggests that consciousness is not confined to the brain but is interconnected with the fabric of reality itself. Experiments on quantum entanglement and observer effects indicate that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality at the fundamental level. Neuroscience and neuroplasticity have revealed that the brain is not a fixed machine but an adaptable network. When you access superconscious states, you activate higher-order neural connections, allowing for problem-solving, creativity, and insights that seem to appear out of nowhere. Brainwave studies show that when people enter deep meditative or creative states, their brains shift from the normal beta waves of everyday thought to alpha, theta, and even gamma waves, states associated with heightened intuition, expanded awareness, and superconscious perception. Signs your superconscious mind is active versus blocked. So how do you know if your superconscious mind is functioning properly? Here are the key signs. When your superconscious is active, you experience frequent moments of insight and clarity. You have an effortless sense of flow in your work and creativity. Synchronicities and meaningful coincidences happen regularly. You make decisions based on intuition and they turn out correct. You feel deeply connected to life, as if guided by an unseen intelligence. When your superconscious is blocked, you feel mentally foggy and struggle with decision-making. Creativity feels forced, and inspiration is rare. Life seems repetitive with no deeper sense of purpose. You rely entirely on logic, dismissing intuition as irrational. You feel disconnected, stuck, or trapped in endless overthinking. If you resonate with the second list more than the first, then something is preventing your access to this higher intelligence. The modern world is full of hidden barriers that systematically keep people locked out of their superconscious potential. And in the next part of this video, you're going to learn about the 5 major blocks that are keeping you cut off, and more importantly, how to remove them once and for all. Your superconscious mind is always there, an ever-present intelligence, waiting to guide you. But for most people, it's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a storm. The signals are drowned out by the constant noise of modern life. You don't need to develop your superconscious. It's already within you. The real task is removing the 5 major blocks that prevent you from accessing it. And the first block is something that nearly everyone is guilty of, yet almost no one realizes just how much damage it's causing. Block number 1. Information overload, the hidden barrier you never noticed. Right now, you are drowning in information. Every day, your brain is bombarded with more data than any generation in history. Social media feeds, endless notifications, breaking news updates. Your mind is under siege, and the worst part? You've been conditioned to believe this is normal. The truth is, this relentless flood of information is doing more than just distracting you. It's actively shutting down your ability to connect with your superconscious mind. Your brain operates on distinct electrical patterns, known as brainwaves. The superconscious mind becomes most active when you enter alpha and theta brainwave states. These are the frequencies associated with deep intuition, heightened creativity, and effortless flow states. But here's the problem. The modern world forces your brain to stay locked in high beta waves, states associated with stress, rapid thinking, and surface-level awareness. Studies show that excessive digital stimulation keeps the brain in a hyperactive state, blocking access to deeper awareness. Research from neuroscience reveals that multitasking and information overload weaken the prefrontal cortex, the very part of your brain responsible for insight and intuition. A study on phone usage found that the average person checks their device over 150 times a day, effectively fragmenting their focus into tiny, disconnected pieces, preventing any deep thought or higher awareness. This means that every time you scroll mindlessly, switch between apps, or consume endless streams of content, you're creating a wall between you and your superconscious mind. Most people have no idea they're suffering from this block because the effects build up gradually over time. But here's a quick test. If you experience any of these, your superconscious access is being disrupted. You struggle to focus for long periods, your mind jumps from one thought to the next, making deep insights nearly impossible. You feel mentally exhausted, even when you haven't done much physical work. Your brain is overprocessing information constantly. You rarely experience aha moments or deep inspiration. Your intuitive mind is being drowned out by external noise. If any of these sound familiar, then it's clear. Your superconscious mind is being blocked, and it's time to take back control. The good news? You don't need to disconnect from the modern world completely, but you do need to rewire how you interact with information. Here's how. 1. The 3-hour rule. Your brain needs time to transition into deeper states of awareness. Set 3 hours daily where you completely avoid unnecessary digital input. No scrolling, no notifications, no news. These hours should be dedicated to deep focus, reflection, or creative work. 2. Information fasting. Once a week, disconnect from all external input for at least 12 hours. No social media, no podcasts, no entertainment. This resets your mental clarity and allows your mind to reconnect with its own inner intelligence. 3. The superconscious trigger. Before consuming any information, ask yourself one question. Will this expand my awareness or clutter my mind? If the answer is the latter, skip it. The more selective you become, the clearer your superconscious signals will be. By applying these techniques, you force your brain back into its natural rhythm, one that allows the superconscious mind to break through. And once that happens, everything changes. Insights appear effortlessly. Mental fatigue disappears. You begin to operate on a level of awareness that most people will never experience. But this is only the first block. There are 4 more, and the next one is even more dangerous because it's been programmed into you from birth. If you don't break free from it, you will never unlock your true potential. Block number 2, limiting belief systems, the invisible chains controlling your reality. What if everything you've been taught about your potential is a lie? Since childhood, you've been programmed with invisible rules about what you can and cannot do, what is realistic, what is possible, and what is just the way things are. These beliefs weren't chosen by you. They were imposed on you by parents, teachers, media, and society. And here's the terrifying part. These beliefs act as an invisible barrier between you and your superconscious mind. If you don't remove them, they will keep you trapped in limitation for the rest of your life. The 3 most damaging beliefs that are silencing your superconscious mind. 1. Intuition and higher awareness are just imagination. This belief is the reason most people dismiss the signals from their superconscious. They think gut feelings, sudden insights, or deep knowing are just random thoughts, instead of real guidance. But studies on brain function and intuition show that people who trust their subconscious signals make better decisions than those who rely purely on logic. The more you dismiss these moments, the weaker your connection to your superconscious becomes. 2. You must work hard for every breakthrough. Society conditions you to believe that success only comes through effort, struggle, and relentless work. But those who access the superconscious understand something different. Breakthroughs come effortlessly when you remove resistance. Think about the greatest innovators, artists, and thinkers. Many of them describe their ideas arriving in sudden flashes of insight, not through force. When you operate only through struggle, you block yourself from the effortless genius of the superconscious. 3. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. This belief is one of the biggest barriers to superconscious activation. keeps people locked in a limited world where only the physical is considered real. But quantum physics has already proven that reality is shaped by perception. The observer effect shows that subatomic particles behave differently based on human awareness, suggesting that consciousness itself plays a role in creating reality. The superconscious operates beyond logic, beyond physical evidence, beyond what can be measured. If you refuse to believe in anything beyond the material world, you automatically cut yourself off from its power. How these beliefs were installed in you, without you even noticing. These limiting beliefs didn't appear by accident. They were programmed into you from the moment you were born. Childhood conditioning. From a young age, you were told to stop daydreaming, to be realistic, and to ignore your instincts. Education system. Schools train people to memorize and repeat information, rather than question, explore, and trust their inner knowing. Media influence. Movies, news, and social norms reinforce the idea that intelligence is purely logical and that intuition is unreliable. And the result? You've been unknowingly trained to suppress your superconscious mind. The superconscious reprogramming technique, how to erase these beliefs for good. If you want to remove this block, you need to rewrite the subconscious programming that is keeping you trapped. Here's how. Step 1. Identify the limiting thought. Every time you catch yourself thinking something like, I don't know if this will work, or that's not possible, stop immediately. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Was it something you were taught? Or is it actually true? Step 2. Replace it with a superconscious command. Instead of reinforcing the old belief, replace it with a statement that expands your reality. Examples. Instead of, I have to work hard for every breakthrough, say, I allow insights and success to flow effortlessly to me. Instead of, intuition is just my imagination, say, my inner knowing is my greatest intelligence. Step 3. Strengthen the new programming through repetition. Your subconscious accepts beliefs through repetition. The more you affirm the new reality, the more your mind will accept it. One powerful technique is to speak these superconscious commands right before sleep. This is when your subconscious is most open to rewiring. By systematically removing these hidden thought patterns, you clear the path for your superconscious mind to operate freely. And once that happens, you'll begin to experience a shift. One where ideas, solutions, and insights come to you naturally without struggle. But belief systems are just one layer of the block. The next one is even more destructive because it affects your body, your mind, and your energy itself. Block number 3, energy drains. Why your superconscious mind is starving. Your superconscious mind is like a powerful antenna, constantly receiving signals of insight, creativity, and guidance. But just like any antenna, it needs energy to function. If your energy is drained, your ability to access higher consciousness is severely weakened. And here's the alarming truth. Modern life is designed to keep you in a constant state of energetic depletion. From poor nutrition to toxic relationships, from artificial environments to mental exhaustion, you are being systematically robbed of the vital energy required for superconscious activation. The good news? Once you learn to seal the energy leaks and restore your natural power, you'll experience an immediate shift. Your intuition sharpens, mental fog lifts, and your connection to the superconscious becomes undeniable. The 7 most common energy drains blocking your superconscious access. 1. Poor nutrition. Your brain is running on low-quality fuel. Every thought, every insight, and every moment of awareness depends on your brain's ability to function at peak capacity. Highly processed foods, artificial chemicals, and excess sugar disrupt the brain's natural rhythm, making higher awareness nearly impossible. Studies show that diets rich in whole foods, healthy fats, and proper hydration directly enhance brainwave coherence, the exact state needed for superconscious access. 2. Lack of deep sleep, destroying your superconscious connection overnight. Sleep is when your brain processes information, clears mental clutter, and strengthens neural pathways. Poor sleep lowers access to theta and delta brainwave states, both of which are crucial for intuitive downloads and deep insights. If you wake up feeling drained or unfocused, it means your brain didn't have the chance to synchronize with higher intelligence. 3. Emotional toxicity, the silent energy leak. Negative emotions, especially resentment, fear, and stress, consume massive amounts of energy, leaving you disconnected from higher awareness. Every unresolved emotional conflict acts as a background process running in your mind, draining energy from your superconscious faculties. 4. Toxic relationships, how the wrong people disrupt your energy field. Every interaction carries an energetic exchange. People who are negative, manipulative, or constantly in drama steal your mental and emotional energy. The more time you spend around low-energy individuals, the harder it becomes to access higher states of consciousness. 5. Mental overload, too many open loops. Your mind operates like a computer. Every unfinished task, unmade decision, and lingering thought consumes processing power. If your mind is cluttered with worries, obligations, and distractions, there's no space for superconscious insights to emerge. 6. Electromagnetic disruption, the invisible interference. Research suggests that constant exposure to Wi-Fi, screens, and artificial lighting alters brainwave patterns and reduces natural coherence. This doesn't mean you have to avoid technology completely, but overexposure weakens your connection to deeper awareness. 7. Disconnected breath, the most overlooked factor. Your breath is the bridge between the conscious and superconscious mind. Most people breathe shallowly, which keeps them in a low-energy state. Conscious breathing techniques immediately activate the nervous system in ways that open the doors to higher consciousness. The superconscious energy audit. Are you leaking energy? If you're experiencing any of the following, your energy levels are being drained, and your superconscious mind is being suppressed. You feel mentally exhausted, even when you haven't done much. You struggle to focus or experience frequent brain fog. Your emotions feel heavy, like you're carrying unprocessed stress. You constantly feel drained after interacting with certain people. You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. If these resonate with you, your body and mind aren't receiving the energy they need to unlock higher consciousness. The good news? You can reverse this quickly. How to restore your energy and reconnect to the superconscious. Step 1. Identify and seal the biggest energy leak. Look at the 7 major drains and ask yourself, which one is stealing the most energy from me? The moment you identify the biggest leak, you've already started the process of restoring balance. Step 2. Activate the superconscious energy cycle. The most effective way to restore your energy is by following a 3-part cycle every day. 1. Nourish the body, eat whole, nutrient-rich foods, drink pure water, and minimize toxins. 2. Clear the mind, reduce unnecessary mental clutter, unfinished tasks, and overconsumption of useless information. 3. Regenerate the spirit, spend time in stillness, nature, or breathwork to restore lost energy. Step 3. The 60-second energy reset. If you feel mentally foggy, emotionally drained, or disconnected, do this 1-minute technique to instantly shift your state. 1. Close your eyes and inhale deeply for 4 seconds. 2. Hold the breath for 4 seconds, allowing energy to circulate. 3. Exhale for 8 seconds, releasing tension. 4. Repeat 3 times. This technique instantly calms the nervous system, resets brainwaves, and clears energetic blockages. What happens when your energy is fully restored? The moment you seal energy leaks and restore balance, your superconscious mind activates automatically. You begin to notice sudden moments of insight that appear effortlessly, a natural sense of clarity and heightened intuition, more synchronicities, creativity, and effortless problem-solving, a deeper connection to your internal guidance. This is how the superconscious mind was meant to function. But most people never experience it. because they remain in a constant state of depletion. And this leads us to the next major block, one that most people completely overlook. It's not just about what you do, it's about where you are. Block number 4, disconnection from nature, why your superconscious mind needs the Earth's frequency. There's a reason ancient sages, mystics, and enlightened minds spent time in forests, mountains, and caves. They weren't escaping society, they were aligning themselves with something modern civilization has stripped away: the natural frequencies that awaken the superconscious mind. Right now, you're surrounded by artificial environments: concrete walls, digital screens, artificial lighting, electromagnetic interference. What you might not realize is that these environments are keeping your superconscious mind dormant. Scientific studies now confirm what ancient wisdom has always known: your brain, nervous system, and consciousness function best when in direct connection with nature. Without it, your ability to receive insights, experience deep intuition, and unlock higher awareness is significantly weakened. How modern life has cut you off from the superconscious field. For thousands of years, humans lived in direct contact with the earth. They walked barefoot on the ground, drank from natural water sources, breathed fresh air, and followed the rhythms of the sun and moon. Their bodies and minds were in sync with nature's intelligence. Now look at modern life. Artificial lighting disrupts your natural circadian rhythm, weakening your brain's ability to enter deep, restorative states. Constant screen exposure overloads your sensory system and reduces alpha brainwave activity, the exact frequency linked to superconscious access. Urban environments expose you to unnatural electromagnetic fields, which interfere with the body's natural bioelectric system. Indoor living isolates you from the natural magnetic resonance of the earth, something essential for brain and nervous system balance. The result? Disconnection, brain fog, lack of creativity, and a weakened connection to higher intelligence. But the moment you reconnect to nature, everything changes. Your intuition sharpens, mental clarity increases, and you experience a sense of deep alignment that cannot be achieved in artificial environments. The scientific proof: nature and brainwave synchronization. If you think this is just spiritual philosophy, consider this. Scientific research now confirms the direct link between nature and higher cognitive function. Grounding, earthing, and brain function. Studies show that walking barefoot on natural ground instantly reduces inflammation, improves brainwave coherence, and enhances mood regulation. The earth emits a natural frequency of 7.83 Hz, the Schumann resonance, which aligns perfectly with alpha brainwaves, the frequency of deep intuition and heightened awareness. This means that direct contact with the earth literally tunes your brain into a higher state of function. Nature, exposure, and creativity. A study by the University of Kansas found that spending just 4 days in nature increased creative problem-solving ability by 50%. The study also revealed that modern environments overload the prefrontal cortex, reducing cognitive flexibility and insight generation. When people step into nature, their brains naturally shift into states of enhanced awareness, creativity, and deep intuition. Forest bathing and mental clarity. Japanese researchers found that spending time in forests, known as Shinrin-yoku or forest bathing, significantly lowers cortisol levels, enhances cognitive function, and promotes deep relaxation. The essential oils released by trees contain compounds called phytoncides, which directly enhance brain function and emotional balance. The nature deficiency test. Are you disconnected from the superconscious field? If you experience any of the following, you're suffering from a nature deficiency, and your superconscious connection is being blocked. Frequent brain fog or mental exhaustion. A constant sense of disconnection or lack of inspiration. Low energy levels despite getting enough sleep. Difficulty accessing intuition or creative insights. Mood instability, anxiety, or emotional heaviness. The solution: rebuild your connection to nature and watch how your superconscious mind reactivates. How to reconnect to nature and unlock higher consciousness. Step 1. Get direct contact with the earth. Spend at least 10 to 15 minutes daily with your bare feet on natural ground, grass, soil, sand, or stone. This instantly realigns your body's bioelectric system and enhances mental clarity. Step 2. Absorb natural sunlight daily. Sunlight isn't just about vitamin D, it plays a crucial role in brain function and circadian rhythm. Morning sunlight exposure, within the first hour of waking, helps regulate the nervous system, boosting cognitive function and mental energy. Step 3. Spend time in forested areas or near water. If possible, walk through a park, forest, or near a body of water at least twice a week. Forest environments naturally shift the brain into alpha and theta states, the same states linked to deep meditation and intuitive downloads. Step 4. Reduce artificial stimulation. Limit screen time before bed to allow your brain to synchronize with natural rhythms. Replace artificial noise with natural sounds like running water, wind, or birdsong, which naturally recalibrate brainwave activity. What happens when you restore your connection to nature? The moment you reintroduce natural elements into your daily life, your superconscious mind begins to awaken naturally. You'll notice an effortless increase in intuition, synchronicities, and deep insights, a rapid improvement in creative thinking and problem solving, a deep sense of inner calm and mental clarity, heightened energy levels, and faster recovery from stress. The more time you spend aligned with natural frequencies, the easier it becomes to access the superconscious mind. But there's one final block that keeps people from reaching this state, and it's the most important of all. This is the block that modern society has all but erased from daily life. Without removing it, superconscious activation remains impossible. Block number 5. Lack of stillness practice, the final barrier between you and the superconscious mind. Everything in the modern world is designed to keep you moving, thinking, reacting. Stillness has become a lost art, yet it is the key to unlocking the highest levels of consciousness. If your mind is always occupied, your awareness remains trapped in the lower levels of consciousness, distracted, fragmented, and disconnected. Your superconscious mind is always active, but you can't hear it over the noise. Silence is not empty. It is where the highest intelligence speaks. But here's the problem. Modern life has eliminated stillness from daily experience. Between social media, endless notifications, and the expectation to be constantly available, most people spend their entire day in a state of distraction. The result? Their superconscious mind remains blocked, buried beneath layers of mental clutter. Without stillness, you cannot access the highest states of mind. The science of stillness, why your brain requires silence to function at its peak. If you think silence is just for meditation, consider this. Scientific studies prove that stillness profoundly changes brain function. Stillness enhances neuroplasticity. Research from the University of Wisconsin found that periods of deep silence trigger neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself for higher intelligence. The study revealed that even short periods of stillness dramatically enhance memory, problem-solving, and cognitive flexibility. Stillness increases superconscious access through theta brainwaves. When the mind becomes still, the brain shifts into theta wave activity, the same frequency linked to deep intuition, creativity, and heightened perception. This is why the most profound insights often come not when thinking intensely, but in moments of stillness. Stillness rewires the nervous system for higher awareness. Harvard Medical School discovered that intentional periods of stillness activate the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress and enhancing mental clarity. The study found that people who incorporate stillness into their day experience heightened awareness, faster cognitive processing, and increased emotional intelligence. If you've ever felt mentally drained, overwhelmed, or unable to focus, it's not just stress. It's a lack of internal space. Without stillness, your mind has no room for higher awareness to enter. Here's what happens when stillness is missing from your life. Constant mental chatter drowns out your intuition. Your nervous system remains in fight or flight mode, blocking higher consciousness. Deep insights and creative breakthroughs become rare. You feel disconnected, uninspired, and mentally scattered. This is why history's greatest minds, from Einstein to Tesla, spoke about the power of silence. They knew that breakthroughs happen in stillness, not in mental noise. The good news? Reintroducing stillness into your life is simple, and once you do, your superconscious mind begins to unlock effortlessly. How to restore stillness and activate superconscious awareness. Step 1. The 5-minute daily stillness reset. Every morning and evening, spend 5 minutes in absolute silence. No phone, no distractions. Just sit and observe the mind without engaging in thought. This alone begins to retrain the brain for deeper awareness. Step 2. The power of intentional pauses. Throughout the day, pause for just 30 seconds of complete stillness. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow all mental activity to slow down. These micro-moments create space for superconscious insights to emerge. Step 3. The no-input hour. 1 hour before bed, eliminate all digital stimulation. This signals to your brain that it's time to enter deeper states of awareness. The result? Heightened dream recall, clearer insights, and accelerated cognitive function. Step 4. The 24-hour digital detox, once a week. Pick 1 day per week to disconnect from all digital inputs. Spend time in nature, in quiet reflection, or simply observing the mind. This process rapidly resets mental clarity, enhances intuition, and deepens connection to the superconscious field. What happens when stillness becomes part of your life? Once you begin practicing stillness, your mind shifts into an entirely new level of function. You start receiving insights effortlessly without force. Your ability to focus and problem solve increases exponentially. You experience deep states of clarity, peace, and heightened awareness. Your connection to the superconscious mind becomes stronger every day. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It is about creating the mental space needed for higher intelligence to enter. And now, with all 5 blocks revealed, you're ready for the most important part, the Superconscious Activation Protocol. This is where everything changes. Now that you know the 5 major blocks suppressing your superconscious mind, the question is, how do you remove them and activate your highest level of awareness? You don't need years of training or complex rituals. What you need is a structured process that systematically eliminates these blocks and reprograms your mind for higher intelligence. This is exactly why the Superconscious Activation Protocol was designed. A 7-day system that rewires your brain, clears interference, and unlocks deep intuitive power. Why 7 days? The science of rapid mental reprogramming. Research on neuroplasticity shows that your brain can begin forming new pathways in as little as 7 days, but only if old patterns are actively disrupted. By following this protocol, you will eliminate mental interference blocking your superconscious access, reset your nervous system to operate in a higher state of awareness, trigger deep neuroplastic changes that enhance intuition, creativity, and insight, experience tangible shifts in how you think, feel, and interact with reality. Each day is designed to target one of the 5 major blocks while simultaneously activating your superconscious channels. Let's break it down. Day 1. Digital detox and mental reset. Objective: eliminate information overload and clear space for higher awareness. Small blue diamond action steps. No digital input for the first hour after waking. No phone, no emails, just silence and intention setting. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Every alert keeps your mind in reactive mode. 30-minute tech-free block during the day. Use this time for reflection or creative thinking. 1 hour pre-bedtime digital detox. This primes your mind for deep superconscious access during sleep. Expected shift. By the end of the day, you'll notice a mental clarity you haven't felt in years. Day 2. Limiting belief purge. Objective: identify and remove subconscious programming that restricts your potential. Action steps: write down 3 beliefs you hold about your intelligence, creativity, or intuition. Question where they came from. Challenge each belief by asking, is this 100% true, or was I conditioned to believe this? Reprogram with a new belief statement. Example: I have direct access to limitless intelligence. Verbalize this new belief 3 times in the mirror. Small blue diamond expected shift. Mental resistance begins to weaken. You'll feel a sense of possibility expanding. Day 3, energy recalibration. Objective: remove physical and emotional energy drains that block superconscious function. Action steps: eliminate low energy foods, processed, artificial, high sugar. Replace with high-frequency nutrition, fresh, organic, natural. Identify one energy-draining habit and remove it for the day. This could be negative self-talk, social media scrolling, or engaging in low-energy conversations. Practice deep diaphragmatic breathing for 5 minutes. This floods the brain with oxygen and resets energy levels. Expected shift: you'll feel a tangible increase in vitality and mental sharpness. Day 4, nature immersion and bioelectric reset. Objective: reconnect with the natural frequencies that activate higher consciousness. Action steps: spend at least 20 minutes barefoot on natural ground. Grass, soil, sand, anything directly connected to the earth. Expose yourself to natural sunlight for 10 minutes in the morning. This resets circadian rhythms and boosts brain function. Spend time near trees, water, or an open sky. Even in an urban setting, find a way to reconnect with nature. Expected shift: a deep sense of mental relaxation, intuitive clarity, and heightened awareness. Day 5, the stillness initiation. Objective: create the internal space needed for superconscious intelligence to flow. Action steps: 5 minutes of total stillness after waking and before sleeping. No thinking, no distraction, just pure presence. Practice the 30-second pause throughout the day. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, stop, close your eyes, and reset. 1 hour of intentional silence. No talking, no music, just observation of thoughts without engagement. Expected shift: your mind will start producing insights effortlessly. Day 6, Superconscious Activation Exercise. Objective: train your mind to enter the superconscious state at will. Action steps: close your eyes and imagine a vast, infinite space of possibility. Pose a question to your superconscious mind. Example: what is the next step in my evolution? Remain in silence and allow the answer to emerge. Write down whatever comes, even if it doesn't make sense immediately. Expected shift: you'll begin receiving insights directly from the superconscious field. Day 7, integration and expansion. Objective: lock in the changes and make superconscious access a permanent part of your life. Action steps: reflect on the biggest shifts you experienced in the last 6 days. Identify one practice you will commit to daily moving forward. Express gratitude for your expanded awareness. Gratitude reinforces neural pathways for higher consciousness. Expected shift: you will feel an unmistakable transformation in how you think, perceive, and experience reality. What happens after 7 days? If you follow this protocol, you will experience a clear, focused mind free from interference, heightened intuition and deep creative insights, increased synchronicities and effortless manifestations, a deep sense of alignment with your highest intelligence. This is just the beginning. Next, you'll learn the exact daily practice to sustain this superconscious connection effortlessly. By now, you've cleared the 5 major blocks and activated your superconscious mind through the 7-day protocol. But here's the real secret: transformation isn't about one-time breakthroughs. It's about consistent access. The mind operates in cycles. If you don't maintain your superconscious activation, you'll slowly slip back into old patterns. That's why you need a simple yet powerful daily practice that ensures your connection to limitless intelligence remains wide open. This practice is only 9 minutes long, but its effects will be profound. It's broken into 3 core phases, each designed to align your consciousness, reset your energy, and lock you into higher awareness. Phase 1. Morning activation, 3 minutes. The way you begin your day determines your mental state. Most people wake up and immediately re-enter old thought patterns, distractions, and reactive energy. Instead, you're going to set a direct intention for superconscious access. Action steps. Step 1. The first thought shift, 30 seconds. The moment you wake up, interrupt the automatic thinking process. Instead of letting your mind drift into habitual concerns, say internally, I am open to the highest intelligence guiding me today. Every moment is an opportunity for insight. My mind is clear, my intuition is sharp, and my energy is limitless. Step 2. Superconscious breath alignment, 1 minute. Sit up straight, feet on the ground. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. Box breathing. This signals the brain to shift into a state of calm focus, optimal for higher awareness. Step 3. One-word intent, 90 seconds. Close your eyes and let a single word arise. This is your superconscious theme for the day. This could be clarity, insight, power, wisdom. Hold this word in your awareness. Let it become your guiding frequency. Expected shift. Your brain begins the day tuned into higher intelligence instead of automatic patterns. You'll start noticing synchronicities, creative downloads, and intuitive nudges. Phase 2. Evening reflection, 3 minutes. The final 10 minutes before sleep determine how your subconscious mind processes reality. Most people end their day by absorbing random content, stressing about the future, or replaying problems. This practice ensures that your superconscious mind is directing your next level of evolution. Action steps. Step 1. Silent review, 1 minute. Sit in a relaxed position. Close your eyes. Ask, what was the most important insight I received today? Don't force an answer. Let the superconscious mind present it. Step 2. Gratitude lock-in, 1 minute. Express gratitude for any superconscious moments you experienced. A sudden realization, an intuitive decision, an effortless creative flow. This reinforces these experiences, making them more frequent. Step 3. Superconscious sleep programming, 1 minute. Before lying down, internally state, oh, tonight, my superconscious mind will reveal my next step. Oh, I trust the intelligence beyond my conscious mind to work in my favor. As you drift into sleep, expect an answer. This might come as a dream, a sudden morning insight, or an intuitive impulse the next day. Expected shift. You'll wake up with clearer direction, creative downloads, and intuitive clarity. Over time, your dreams will become more vivid and insightful. Phase 3. Midday superconscious reset, 3 minutes. Modern life drags your consciousness back into lower states. Stress, distractions, and external demands pull you away from higher intelligence. This practice ensures that you recalibrate during the day, staying locked into your superconscious flow. Action steps. Step 1. The instant pause, 30 seconds. Whatever you're doing, stop. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Internally say, I am aware. I am present. I am connected. Step 2. The superconscious question, 2 minutes. Ask, what is the most important thing for me to focus on right now? Let the answer emerge intuitively. This could be an action, an idea, or a realization. Step 3. The shift in action, 30 seconds. Whatever insight arises, take one small action immediately. This trains your mind to trust and act on superconscious intelligence. Expected shift. You'll snap out of autopilot and return to deep presence. You'll make better decisions, move with clarity, and feel effortlessly guided. The long-term effect. What happens after 30 days? By practicing this 9-minute ritual every day, your mind will begin functioning at an entirely different level. Here's what you'll experience. More frequent and powerful intuitive downloads. A heightened ability to think outside normal limitations. Deeper mental clarity and an unshakable sense of purpose. A natural ability to manifest ideas, solutions, and opportunities effortlessly. Most people spend years searching for a way to unlock their potential. You now have the exact method in less than 10 minutes a day. But this is just the beginning. Because once your superconscious channels are open, your entire perception of reality will change. In the next part, you'll learn what to expect after full activation, including the powerful phases of superconscious awakening that transform how you experience life itself. Now that your superconscious channels are fully open, reality will never feel the same. You've broken free from the blocks that once kept you stuck, and you've established a daily practice that ensures your higher intelligence remains active. But what comes next? Most people are not prepared for what happens after full activation. When the superconscious mind is fully awakened, your perception of reality shifts in ways that are both exhilarating and disorienting. This isn't just about feeling more intuitive or inspired. You're about to enter a completely new phase of mental and energetic evolution. To help you navigate this transition, here are the 5 distinct phases of superconscious awakening, each one unlocking profound new abilities, but also presenting unique challenges you must overcome. Phase 1, the expansion shock. Symptoms of activation. Time feels different, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. Your thoughts manifest into reality much quicker than before. A sense of detachment from old habits, patterns, and even certain people. Your brain is no longer operating on the same frequency as before. Your thoughts and emotions start influencing reality at an accelerated rate, leading to moments of extreme clarity but also confusion. Many people describe this as feeling outside of normal reality, like observing the world from a higher vantage point. It can be unsettling at first because your mind is still adjusting to its expanded processing power. How to navigate this phase? Stay grounded. Engage in physical activities like walking barefoot on grass or deep breathing exercises. Keep a daily insights journal to track your shifts in awareness. Avoid overwhelming yourself with too many changes at once. Let the process unfold naturally. Phase 2, heightened synchronicities and intuition. What you'll experience. You think about someone and they suddenly message you. You ask for guidance, and answers seem to appear out of nowhere. Gut feelings become so accurate that ignoring them feels impossible. At this stage, your superconscious mind has fully integrated into your daily experience. You begin to see patterns and connections that others don't notice. Reality starts to feel orchestrated, like events are aligning in your favor. But this also comes with a major realization. Your thoughts and emotions are now shaping your reality faster than ever before. Fire. If you allow negativity, doubt, or fear to dominate your mind, those patterns will manifest quickly in your external world. How to master this phase? Be extremely mindful of your dominant thoughts. Focus on clarity, confidence, and trust. Use synchronicities as a compass to navigate decisions. If something repeatedly shows up in your awareness, pay attention. Your superconscious is guiding you. Phase 3, the disconnection from old reality. Signs you're entering this phase. You no longer resonate with certain environments, conversations, or even relationships. You feel a deep internal shift in values and priorities. Some people may start pulling away from you or reacting differently. As your consciousness expands, you will naturally outgrow old patterns. This includes people, places, and activities that are not in alignment with your new level of awareness. This phase can feel lonely at times. You might notice that conversations that once interested you now seem meaningless. People who used to be part of your daily life may seem energetically distant. How to move through this phase? Accept that growth requires letting go. Surround yourself with people who support your higher awareness. Trust that as old connections fade, new ones aligned with your expanded consciousness will emerge. Phase 4, new capabilities begin to unlock. Once you move beyond the disconnection phase, your mental and energetic abilities will evolve in ways you never expected. Common abilities that begin to activate. Effortless creative flow, you'll have breakthroughs without struggle. Instant problem solving, solutions appear with minimal effort. Energetic sensitivity, you can feel and read the emotions of others easily. Lucid dreaming and vivid intuition, your dreams will become more meaningful, even prophetic. At this point, your superconscious mind is fully engaged with your daily life. Your ability to manifest, innovate, and intuitively act will feel completely natural. But here's where a hidden challenge appears. Many people get comfortable at this stage and stop growing. They think they've made it, but stagnation at this level will cause regression. How to keep expanding. Never stop refining your practice. The moment you stop seeking deeper awareness, you start losing it. Continue to challenge your limits. Push into unknown areas of consciousness. Seek out new knowledge, but only what resonates deeply with your intuition. Phase 5. The shift to effortless manifestation. This is the final phase of superconscious awakening, where reality no longer feels like something you react to, it becomes something you shape. At this stage, intentions manifest with minimal effort. You think it and it unfolds. You feel a deep connection to universal intelligence at all times. Fear, doubt, and struggle become nearly non-existent. This is the phase where true masters of consciousness operate. People who effortlessly generate abundance, creativity, and fulfillment without force. How to maintain this state? Stay in a perpetual state of curiosity and openness. Use your expanded awareness to help others awaken. This reinforces your own evolution. Recognize that there is no final destination, only continuous expansion. The final challenge. What will you do with this power? You now understand the 5 major blocks that were limiting your superconscious mind. You've been given the 7-day activation protocol to clear those blocks. You have a 9-minute daily practice to ensure your connection remains strong. And now, you've seen what happens after full activation. But the real question is, what will you do with this power? Most people hear knowledge and do nothing with it. They let it sit in their mind, waiting for the perfect moment to apply it. But those who take action, those who integrate these practices, are the ones who will experience true superconscious transformation. Fire. If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. You've already proven that you're ready. Now it's time to take the next step. You now understand the 5 major blocks that were limiting your superconscious mind. You've been given the 7-day activation protocol to clear those blocks. You have a 9-minute daily practice to ensure your connection remains strong. And now, you've seen what happens after full activation. But the real question is, what will you do with this power? Most people hear knowledge and do nothing with it. They let it sit in their mind, waiting for the perfect moment to apply it. But those who take action, those who integrate these practices, are the ones who will experience true superconscious transformation. Fire. If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. You've already proven that you're ready. Now it's time to take the next step. Your next move. Here's what you need to do right now. Commit to the 7-day Superconscious Activation Protocol. Start today. Use the 9-minute daily practice to keep your superconscious channels open. Drop a comment below. What phase of superconscious awakening are you currently experiencing? Remember, every day you stay blocked, you lose access to insights, breakthroughs, and transformations that could change your life forever. But once you take action, your evolution becomes unstoppable. The choice is yours. Fire. Will you step into your highest potential, or will you remain blocked? Fire.